So, when did you first read Jane Eyre?
I first read Jane Eyre in 2018 when I was working here at the SJT. I was doing 39 Steps and I bought Jane Eyre because I'd never read it and everyone had been banging on about it just, throughout my life.
Yeah.
So I read it in Scarborough 4 years ago.
No way.
And now back here, doing the play, which
Yeah.
seems a bit incredible.
So you never had to read it at school?
I don't remember reading it at school. I remember doing Macbeth and all those,
Don't say that.
big names. Oh, we're in a theatre.
Think.
There's so much in it, isn't there? I think we've probably got the greatest hits
Yeah.
in this
Oh, for
adaptation,
sure.
do you know what I mean? So how are you approaching playing the iconic character of Jane?
It's a little bit daunting because obviously she's such an iconic character and such a loved kind of figure. But I just think that the most important thing is taking the text and taking Chris's adaptation, and mining that for all the gold. So yeah, just trying to stay true to it, stay true to the original, but also use this kind of modern adaptation that Chris has so deftly written. She makes our job easy, really, doesn't she?
Yeah, she really, really does. It's amazing because she's got the sort of balance of lots of stuff from the novel taken directly that you and I say, and other characters as well, verbatim from what the Bronte text is, but interwoven with the amazing, Chris Bushisms, if you like, that she's put in to make it, stick together, make it logical and practical.
Yeah.
And adding in all these amazing songs, which all come from poems and stuff from Charlotte Bronte herself. What's your favourite moment of the show?
Ooh, that's really tricky. It's very cool to play a character that has such a long arc. I've never done that before. So obviously we see Jane's story across 8 years, which is a little bit daunting, but exciting. I really enjoy when the kind of closeness and the banter and the sort of flirtiness starts to come out. I find that really, when they start to let their guards down, that's very satisfying.
And the comedy as well. There's lots of...
Exactly.
I don't think we quite realised what we did a run through the other day, didn't we? And there were a few other people in the room watching the, stagger through as we do it. And there's some laughs in there, which you might not...
Oh, they're funny. You forget that they're funny.
Yeah, because they're kind of both... They're both extremely similar, and that is their whole problem, is they're both essentially as stubborn as each other. And they both want exactly the same thing, but the way they try and get it is completely at odds with each other.
Totally. I mean, she's incredibly steadfast, even from the age of 10. She's articulate and verbose and passionate and brave. So courageous. I think she picks up life lessons from different characters that she meets, specifically the female characters that she meets along the way, which I think are really character building for her. She's such a role model still today, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you? What's your favourite moment, would you say?
I don't think I would single out like a single moment in the play, just 'cause I don't want to make any spoilers, but I think
spoilers.
just when we all come together, especially at the beginning, there's obviously lots of songs where we all play together, and it does feel a bit like we're a band trying to play a piece of music. And when we all come together and we're listening and reacting off each other and playing music, I think there's no other feeling like that, especially that it's all acoustic, it's all live. I think that's absolute magic.
The adaptation that we're working on with the music and the movement and the kind of little surprises along the way, especially like the multi-rolling and stuff. It's exciting, it's fun. I think it's going to be a really nice night out, and whether you know it and love it or whether you know nothing about it at all. Yeah,
and I think, as you said, the six actors playing all those characters over this epic lifespan, I think makes it really accessible. And the fact that, as I said, it's got the element of like period drama if people want to come watch that. Some of the costumes by Bronya Houseman are amazing.
Yeah.
And then also the just slight modern twist. Some of the music has a real modern edge to it.
Do you reckon that you could name off the top of your head all of the instruments in the show?
All the instruments, okay.
Such a challenge.
So we've got the classics, guitar, there's a trumpet.
Yes.
We've got a banjo, a double bass, violin, clarinet, cajon, which is a really cool thing that you drum that you sit on.
Is someone playing a table drum as well?
I think there might be a table drum as well.
At some point, there a mandolin.
Mandolin. little, they're not glockenspiel, but like a little
Chimes.
Chimes. We call them chimes.
Don't forget the sleigh bells.
Sleigh bells. And is there a ukulele? I don't think there's a ukulele. We have a ukulele in the room, but it hasn't been used. Accordion.
I think that was like 11 or 12. I lost count.
Can't count. But there's a lot of instruments.
Yeah.
And a lot of characters as well.
Yeah.
We've got the easy job because we essentially just play one person each throughout.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows, I think, where on stage magic is going to be created by off stage chaos, and I think people aren't going to see that. And
people running from the banjo to the cajon, putting down the cajon, grabbing the trumpet, and then putting on an apron to play their 8th character or something. It's going to be wild.